Here is how to do a chi-squared test of goodness of fit in SPSS. So first we need data. We'll use sample data that came from SPSS, so I will open the welcome dialog to make it easy to get. Go to sample files, and I'm going to do use a sample file that talks about customer satisfaction. So let's see, that is that one, satisf.sav. So we'll open that up. And there are a number of different categorical variables that they use to break up customer satisfaction. And I'm just going to pick organization satisfaction because that one seems kind of abstract. And so the first thing I'm going to do is create a histogram to see what the frequencies are. So we will drag that down, look for organization satisfaction, and drag that into our x-axis for our bar chart, and that will make a histogram. So we hit OK. And there is our histogram. And so we can see that there are pretty similar counts in all of them, although we have large numbers, right? There's 100, 250. So a null hypothesis of everything being roughly equally likely would be around here. And if that was the case, and if we can show that our null hypothesis is not supported, that would suggest that these are more common and these are less common, so that positive experiences are more frequent than negative experiences. So let's test that hypothesis. So we go to Analyze, Non-Parametric Tests. These are tests that don't depend on any kind of normally distributed variable, which in this case it's not because it's a discrete variable. So we pick one sample, because we just have this one sample. And this one we can leave alone. In fields, we're going to get rid of all of the fields except for organization satisfaction. And in settings, we are going to pick a custom test, and we are going to do a chi-squared test. And we're going to use the all categories have equal probability built in, but I'm going to built-in option. So we'll do that. Okay, run, and there's the result. So here are predicted, and here are observed. Let me just fix this y-axis here. Change the scale. Here we are. That's a little bit more comparable to this thing, right? Except the graphs are there. So our observed, these are more common and these are less common. And we look at our test statistic, which is a 12.8. So that's our chi-square of 12.86 with 4 degrees of freedom. That gives us a p-value of 0.012. So we can reject the null hypothesis that these observations are occurring with equal frequency, and we can accept the hypothesis or find support for the hypothesis that negative experiences are less common than positive experiences. So if we were going to write this up in Word, we might copy this, we paste our graph in there, and we'll say the levels of organization satisfaction occurred with frequencies that were significantly different from uniform chi squared 4 degrees of freedom, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different groups equals 12.86 p equals 0.012, and that is a little results section. So that's how you would do